Welcome back. Today we have two new contributors sitting at our political roundtable. Republican strategist Jay Williams is the founder and managing principal of the Stoneridge Group. Some of the clients he's directly worked for include former Georgia Governor Nathan Deal, former presidential candidate Nikki Haley, and the Republican Party of Georgia. And Danielle Tuwano is currently communications director for the Gwinnett County Young Democrats. She's also CEO for Premier Publishing Group. Thank you both so much for joining us. Welcome to panel.
Thank you for having us.
We really appreciate having both of you here. Danielle, let's start with this. The big topic on everybody's minds is the continued fallout from the Atlanta presidential debate. Where do you see the presidential race standing right now, and does President Joe Biden stay on this ticket moving forward?
Absolutely, he stays on the ticket. There is a bit of worrisome going on in Atlanta about his ability to stay in the position or as a candidate on the ballot, but as Dems, we are going to support and elect our president, and that's President Joe Biden.
And Jay, for a more Republican perspective on that, do you agree? Do you think President Biden stays on the ticket, or do you think in the coming days we'll see a change?
I mean, I think you're going to see a new nominee by September.
Really?
I think the Democrats are incredibly disciplined at staying together and keeping a straight face. The fact is, you're already seeing cracks in that just days after a debate. I think he's gone. I think everybody knows he's gone. I think it's just a matter of time and him getting his head around it himself.
Danielle, you work with Young Dems. They are a primary voting bloc. The Democrats want that vote. If the president were to step down, have you any names that the young people are throwing out your way that they would want to see on that ticket?
Unfortunately, there haven't been any names that we've thrown out because we are going to remain united on the front of supporting President Biden. I think what needs to happen is that he needs to repeat the success that he had in 2020, specifically in Cobb County and Gwinnett County, with making sure that he reaches out in messaging to those suburban moderates, as well as the Black and brown voters and young voters like myself as well.
And Jay, I want to ask you, the Republican strategy here. I mean, we've seen former President Donald Trump tweet on his Truth Social coming after the president. I mean, it's after his performance. We've all seen it, right?
Yeah.
But moving forward, what is the Republican strategy? Is he just going to sit back and kind of let the Democrats do what they're going to do?
Well, if he's smart, he will. He'll let them eat themselves alive and figure that out. I mean, the problem is you've really only got one person I think could come out of that chaos and really give Donald Trump a run for his money at this point. I think that's Michelle Obama. I think everybody else is going to run behind Donald Trump. So I think if they're wise, they'll be quiet. And I mean, not that President Trump would be quiet, but I think that they'll just wait and lie in wait till they figure out what they're going to do.
Y'all have both been in Georgia politics for a long time now. You're seasoned experts. Let's just zoom out for a moment. I'm dying to hear your thoughts on just where we are, whether President Biden stays on the ticket or not. You two both have expressed different views on how this is going to play out. But the sheer fact that we're having this conversation at all. Danielle, did you ever expect to see a political moment like the one that we're in?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely not. I feel like there are individuals who are worried about the performance from both candidates from the presidential debate. There were moments in the debate where the answers were problematic. We've seen President Biden fail to articulate a few of his points, but we also seen former President Trump deflect from a lot of the questions that was given to him. Excuse me. So with that being said, clearly he's a problematic candidate. And so we have decided as Dems to continue to support and elect the most qualified, caring, and politically intelligent candidate, and that's going to be President Joe Biden.
And Jay, Georgia is going to play a key role in this race as we move towards November. On the Georgia vote, we always want to focus on Georgia-specific issues. No matter who the candidates are come November, what are going to be the top two issues that both candidates are going to have to focus on here in Georgia?
Well, I mean, economy is always going to be number one. I mean, absolutely number one. But immigration, I think, is going to be a huge issue. I think it's a huge concern to voters. I think middle-of-the-road voters, Republican voters, are very concerned about what's going on at the border right now. And I think those two issues are going to be the ones that drive the election here, at least in Georgia.
I want to ask you both, looking ahead to 2026, if we can talk about it. We both saw former Senator Loeffler's answer, or not answer, to Zach
She's
when he asked her about it.
She's not foreclosing it, right?
Not foreclosing it, and a couple of other people, Congressman Buddy Carter,
Jason Carter as well, the grandson of Jimmy Carter, all not saying no to run, right?
So what would you, who would you all like to see in those seats come 2026? We still have a lot of time. Danielle, we'll start with you.
Well, that's a very interesting question. 2026, I don't really have anyone in mind right now. I think that that's a decision that voters will make when the time presents
Perhaps
itself.
Senator Warnock?
Perhaps Senator Warnock or Ossoff, maybe. We'll see. Credit to them that Georgia is a battleground and current legitimate swing state.
Yeah.
So it will be very interesting to see if they will make a run for governor.
And Jay, real quick here, just a couple seconds we have left.
Oh, well, I definitely think it's going to be Leffler. Obviously going to be Burt Jones. Could be somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, maybe another congressman.
All right, we'll see.
2026, far away, but sometimes feeling not so far away.
Not so
we wish
far.
we could talk more. We've got to wrap it up here, though. But up next, our voice of the voter highlights a pastor from Lawrenceville who now has his voting rights restored. Stay with us.